Alrighty everyone, well game number 2 in this best of 5 series that was played at the WCS in Austin, and of course was one of the games in the round of 16 of that tournament. Spawning here in the top left hand corner of Catalyst LE, playing with the red Zerg pieces. We have a player who's currently up 1-0 and wants to keep this series rolling in his favor. His name is Serral. And his opponent spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, playing with the blue Terran pieces. He's currently down in this series, but certainly not out of it just yet. His name is Kelazhur. So, guys and girls, game number 1 in this best of 5 series, I've got to say, was really, kind of started off a little bit slow, and then it just picked up all of a sudden with Serral going for that Nidus network. Real timing attack there. And I gotta say that, the Terran opponents have not always, but have said as of late that it is very difficult, almost impossible, to defend against the Nidus network. And so, when Serral, the best player on the planet, and I don't think there's any debating that as of right now, when you got someone like the best player of the planet going for a Nidus network against a Terran opponent, it's of course a timing attack, it probably is almost impossible. But that's almost another, that's a topic for another time. But the question is, and this is the big one, because I think the narrative is somewhat built at this point in the series around Kelazhur, because the question is if you are Kelazhur and you're down 1 game against the best player on the planet, what do you do in that particular situation? That's the big question here, is what is Kelazhur going to do against Serral to try to maybe throw him off, or possibly, is he going to play the standard macro-focused game, or is he just going to go for some cheese? We're going to find out here as he goes for that barracks into the orbital command, natural command center into the factory. On the opposite side of the map, we're going to see a hatch gas pool opener out of Serral, with, of course, metabolic boost, which is the Zergling speed upgrade, is going to be coming in here very shortly. Overlord is, of course, on the opposite side of the map. One thing that Serral is very good at is, of course, the scouting information and knowing exactly what his opponent is doing at all stages of the game. And that's one way that Serral has really obtained victory so much, is just knowing exactly what's going on, and then the other is really just macroing up a massive economy. Get that economy booming, and then you can just kind of like slowly but surely overwhelm your opponent. Third hatchery is now going down for Serral, and I really like what I'm seeing now from Kelazhur. We're seeing double Cyclone production coming out of the factory. Factory is now on the reactor, and so I'm wondering, you don't see it a whole lot as far as the double Cyclones, but I wish it was used more. I like seeing the double Cyclone play from different, Terran opponents. I absolutely, I think it's a great move. Kind of going for that mech build. It looks like Kelazhur is going to hide the armory back behind his main base. So very interesting, but I'm assuming we are going to see Serral trying to, maybe get some scouting information once again, because it's only a matter of time until he probably finds out about this. But we are going to see, of course, a Marine as well as a couple of Cyclones and a Reaper start moving across the map. It looks like they're going to be moving towards that third hatchery. So, guys and girls, here we go. We are going to see our first small engagement here by none other than Kelazhur, who's going to start putting a little bit of some pressure on Serral, and I like this a lot, because he is going to try to snipe down possibly this third hatchery, and this would be an absolutely huge pickup if he's able to get it. He's very, very close, but here are the Zerglings as well as a couple of those Queens. The Queens are going to start transfusing one another. This is going to be an interesting engagement, because this is going to be an overextension here by Kelazhur. Oh, the surround is coming in by these Zerglings. A lot of these units are starting to go down, but there's such a tanky unit in the Cyclones. The Cyclones are going to start doing a little bit of some damage. Looks like they are going to get the surround on one Cyclone. The other one is going to try to start moving back home. Oh, but the surround in here is a couple of reinforcing Hellions to save the day for this Cyclone. So, once again, beautiful defense there by Serral. This hatchery was starting to really kind of go down, right? Its health was going down very drastically, and it felt like there was a moment that it could be a big issue That said, though, here comes Serral with a handful of these Zerglings going to start trying to possibly snipe. We'll get the cancel on that third command center, because the third command center is going to be coming out. Now, we are going to see 10 more Zerglings on the production tab, as well as some roaches. So the roaches are starting to move down. So this is going to be interesting. I kind of like this, because it looks like Serral, once again, is going to try to get a little bit aggressive here, but he's maybe trying to just play a lot of mind games here. And we do know this, guys. The ZVT matchup and just StarCraft 2 in general is very much so one of a lot of mind games. And once again, it looks like Serral is going to be in a really nice position to get the surround, but these Hellbats are doing a lot of damage. But at the same time, there's roaches hitting on the opposite side of the map. Oh, this is going to be an interesting back and forth engagement, as none other than Kelazhur has got to move back home, but this is kind of concerning because a bunch of these roaches now on the opposite side of the map, they're going to start doing some damage to one of those supply depots, and now they are the front gates are now open, and these roaches are going to be able to start doing some damage to none other than the reactor as well. Some of these higher tier tech-based units. This is very dangerous. Now, there are going to be a couple of cyclones that were able to come out of that factory. The question is, though, is there going to be enough here? And the damage is starting to be dealt in a few different areas. 16 Zerglings on that production tab, more are being reinforced, and the surround is going to start coming in. All those Hellbats are going to go down, as well as the Cyclone is about to go down. And now all that is left is going to be these SCVs once again. Serral going for another cheeky kind of build, but throwing Kelazhur off guard again, doing so much damage. GG is called, and Serral takes a quick 2-0 lead over his opponent. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Serral and Kelazhur, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and I'll see you guys all in game number 3.